Well, there is the sun, I suppose, so maybe we could have. Hopefully we don't need everyone in the final fight. That could get a little bit bad. That's really, really pretty though. Any of you ever tasted thistleberry mead? Spar blurts out in the midst of a deep, unoppressive silence. You're all some grim company lately. I could really go for some thistleberry right now. Others mumble in agreement, but someone passes around enough strong drink to spread around. Soon they're trying to one-up each other about what they plan to do when they return to Arberrang. Listen to all their stories. As you all know, I don't drink. Ollie smirks to a couple of laughs. I knew a place back in Borsgard that'd make you glad to be sober. Then you haven't tasted Bjorl's blessing, Ollie. Bjorn interjects. I'd kill anyone here for another swig. Trails off. Didn't you already get 3 ravens killed over it? Spar slings back and Sigbjorn grows quiet. Bunch of animals, Valgard sighs. I'm going to put Strand back together, see who finds their way back. I had a home there, and friends. Gives Ollie a stern look. I don't think the judge travelling with you understand what's being said, and that's probably for the best. Ditch manages to slip in an opinion between the body chatter. I always wanted to. He quickly gets drowned out by others and slowly mumbles to a stop. Give me a pile of coin when this is all over. Big enough to sleep on, Percy says. Been working for others my whole life, and it's wearing thin. Think I've earned some easy living. Several ravens toast to this. Even musters the courage to speak up. When this is done, I'll keep my fine mouth shut. Ollie hollers over him, and others roar with glee. Evan's smile vanishes, but even trying to relate may have bought him some goodwill. Bag says nothing, but everyone can tell he's thinking of his beers. And our silent protector? Spar quips. He looks at you. What does the great Ingvar dream of in his sleep? Never meeting you bastards in the first place. Is it too late to change my answer to that one? Ollie chirps. The other snort and throws rocks at Ollie as they continue on, tower growing ever closer. I like to think I kept the spirits up with that one. Why is it warmer right here? And why does this part look different from the rest? This is... hold on. Soaring shards of smoky glass just askew from the ground, as if flung here. At first it looks like more of the inner earth strangeness until you realise that these are splinters of the black sun. Images reflect off the mirrored surfaces, creating an illusory army of ravens as you walk through. Hold on, says Ollie. I thought this place was bad before, now there's 6 of ditch. Nauseating, sweaty warmth still radiating from the fragments as everyone eager passed through except Ivan. He stopped at one, with his hand pressed against the glassy surface, looking at his own reflection. Ivan, do I need to smack you upside the head? Come on, Ivan, it's time to go. I hardly recognise myself. Could be worse. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to compare. The reality of what I must do is sinking in. We're getting close. Ivan stares out in the distance. Now's not the time for second thoughts. It was always such a long way off. There was more time. Time for what exactly? Ivan sighs heavily. Juno revealed it already, but there's something you may not have fully grasped. Something she forbade me to tell you. She worried it might change things. No more secrets. The only way the black sun will return to the sky is for Juno to seal the darkness within. So she has to stay there, trapped, for eternity. Fate worse than death, and it was my fault. All she's done since is fight tooth and nail to make things right. All she's ever done. You see anger spreading across Ivan's face. It almost looks as if he's drawing energy from the sun shard. What if there's another way? Even with this unbroken, there must be energy enough here to destroy the serpent. It might be enough. No, we don't change the plan now. This was never my plan. I admit I broke things, but it's up to me to fix them. Who else can do this? Why should I keep asking for permission? Ivan, think of your friends in Arberrang. Ivan's mouth becomes a thin line, and some of the fire in his eyes goes out. I know. I apologize. My thoughts have always been difficult to control ever since birth. My mother was the head of the Valka in her time. When she had a boy, the council was worried. Males of our kind have always had a touch of madness to varying degrees. My father couldn't contain his own. I suppose that kind of power would be hard for anyone. It is a curse. I'm only alive at all, thanks to Juno. She has kept this power within me from spilling out. When she spoke to me in a dream at Einatoft, I wasn't even sure it was real. I had gone so long without her help, I was starting to lose control again. Everything she's done was to heal me, and for that she suffers. Can you imagine feeling so powerful and so weak at the same time? I can imagine. Ivan nods, and you feel that you've earned more of his trust. Good. Do not need him throwing a curveball right at the end. I'm just gonna say it, Spark rouses. I'm starving. I don't mean it as an expression. I'm so hungry I might die. Caravan is getting precariously low on food, and nobody dares to drink the water that pools in dark crevices. Feeling it yourself. Stone Singer seems to understand, though you've never seen them eat anything before. Scraping a hard bell-shaped object from the cliff walls and handing it to you with a motion like opening a book. Huh? I thought that was just more craggy rocks, says Spar, taking the thing. It has a hard obsidian shell, but once cracked open, a strikingly bright pink plant resides within, squishy to the touch. Looks like a mushroom, doesn't smell strange or display the same warped weirdness that everything else does. Seems to be quite a few more still clinging onto the cliffside. So who's gonna try it first? Spar wonders aloud. Ask the Valka if it's safe. Alfred speaks up. I've eaten inner earth plants before, she says. But can't say if the darkness has tainted it. I can help if it makes you sick, though. Probably. Any volunteers? Despite your hunger, everyone looks amongst each other but says nothing. I guess I'm not that hungry, Spar concludes. You move on but can tell the exhausted caravan is flagging and the pace suffers. Agar. I was hoping someone would come forward that wasn't important to my main party. Because I did not, as much as it could have been great, and I trust the dredge that's with us, I really don't want Eva getting any negative ailments. Keep a friend company? Alfred beckons during a short rest, patting a lonely rock at the caravan's edge. Innocent enough, but you see ulterior motives on her face, brighter than the white tower in the distance. Is you, Anne? You have something on your mind? You, Eva. It's funny. I should hate you. Many sculptors are my friends, and you are who they tell their children to fear. But I don't hate you. The more about you I know, the more I like you. Is that really what you wanted to talk about? Straight to the point. Ivan and Juno, they trust you, don't they? But I wonder if they have earned your trust. Do they have yours? Of course not. Now, Juno, may be weaving little truths, but step back. Look at the whole tapestry. They wield terrible power, perhaps you've noticed. It's exactly why they made the Order of Menders. Ah, look over here. We're only healing the sick, building houses. Pay no mind to the madmen on ivory towers turning the world inside out. I've considered it. Come closer. Ivan created a famed immortal. Can you comprehend? Juno cannot die. That wasn't the goal, was it? What is immortality without power? Misery. No, I think they are trying to make a god, to make themselves gods. Don't tell me you believe they've come so far just to undo it all. What are you implying? Not to sit back and let it happen. That should be clear. Say nothing now. I'm not asking you for promises. The time will come, and soon. Think, when you'll see the truth unfolding before your eyes. When that time comes, look to me. Trust your instincts. Juno and Ivan are not the only ones who know how to twist the threads. I'll make certain what they claim to be doing is what is done. I've got to live here too, you know. And why the hell should I trust you, Crazy witchy wife? You might run out of days. Distant rumble approaches and all the things that could be race through your mind. Someone shouts, "Earthquake!" The ground bucks beneath your feet. Violent shaking peels rock sheets off the nearby cliffs. They crash around you in great billowing clouds of dust. "Is everyone alright?" you shout in the aftermath. "Knew I recognized you from somewhere," Valgard shouts. He's swinging Ollie with clenched fist. "This bastard tried to push me into the falling rocks." There's confusion in the dust clear. Frustrated ravens are letting off steam with a chance of fight. "I don't care what's going on here, but it stops now." Valgard manages one last half-hearted punch to Ollie's face. They push each other away. "True enough," says Ollie. "There'll be plenty of time to settle this later." Valgard spits. "Count on it." "That earthquake was no coincidence," Ivan says, changing the subject. "Same as when the serpent carved chasms through the earth above. Be on your guard." Please tell me this peaks at the tower, because otherwise we are barred. So these cliffs were home for the dredge. Yes, as before. Why do you ask? Because I'm starting to see a lot of movement ahead. This time the shifting shadows in the corners of your eyes are real, ahead and behind. Others have noticed and are quietly pulling blades, flickering like a school of fish as you press together. They are warped everywhere ahead, clustered together to slow your progress, and more dot the horizon. "We're so close," says Valgard, and you know his frustration. Charge and break through the crowd. "What are we waiting for?" you shout. "Push through!" Crap. Yeah, this is the party. We go. We have no time left. No time whatsoever. Four of the big guys, okay. Two of them with the 17 strength. Okay. So I need... Now she can go to the front line, that's fine. Just need him over there. He needs to go that way too. Same Slag Slinger and Valgard over there. Damn it. Can't get in range of the bugger. It's fine. kill that thing. Big guy, the last thing to attack. One of the last. I really want to put him in range of everyone. So that, let's go. Let's go. Fine. Bugger. Oh, one left. Swines. Let's move you up. Where's that thing going then? Whose turns it gonna skip? Oh, that's fine. Didn't skip anyone's turn. Good. Far up to there. Very confused. That thing. Balls. Ivor is pretty wrecked already, that's not cool at all. Nice. Nice. Bye-bye, you. Oh, dodge. Good. Dodge that man. That's not going to work very well. Average. Fine. 13 or the 14. I think I'll do that one again. Go after him again, that's fine. Only leave him alone, please. Up to there. Bloody flail again. Nice. Ah, Ivor, no. Nice. One, two, three, four, five. Buggeration. So chuck it there. Could do plenty there. Right, so 9, 12. We're up to there. Nice. Let's do that one again. In fact, no, we'll do that one. That worked very nicely. Meaning... as if I'm confusing anyone, it's that one. It's fine. We can just totally ignore that guy's defense. Lovely. Not enough willpower. Boo. Go. It's fine. So now... yep, that one. Bye-bye. Dodged. Yeah, you can actually kill him, so go do it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Can't believe you for... It's fine though. We can deal with that. We're charging through them. We shouldn't have lost much time. Definitely a good time I didn't rest. A good thing I didn't rest. The warps are becoming more relentless. Seems to be more and more of them. Spark gripes, rubbing his sore shoulders. You nod. Must mean we're getting close. Come on, please. I see whiteness. Warped dredge bodies ornament this hill like crenellations. Some sitting or slumped, all dead. What happened here? Grunts Valgard, pushing one over with his foot. Hundreds can be seen from the hilltop and they look suspiciously arranged. This wasn't a battle, Valgard continues, noting the same. Juno and Ivind have nothing to add. Wait, what if this is a warning of some kind for something ahead? Suggest ditch. I don't know or care, let's get out of here. Feign Ollie adds, putting a bookend on the conversation to leave the bodies to their resting places. Since we're in the last day...
White tower that looked like a toothpick when I first saw it.
Crap.
Now
Crap.
soars above
Crap.
our heads, dwarfing any structure made by kings or law. This is where our troubles began.
I think I've just had game over.
And with luck, where they will end.
I just hit game over. Literally steps away from the White Tower. Darkness lurches upon the dome of light, stretched thin above the city by menders weaving fast stitches. Pirates ripple through the slender spaces between people packed tightly together, and the warp to lick at your defences testing them. Finally sinks in just how many dead rest in Arberrang now. This is really the beginning of the end, isn't it? Grieve. Oh, okay. This is really the beginning of the end, isn't it? You grieve. Aleo says. The longship's finally sinking in, so to speak. All that's left to do is bail till our arms grow weak. Feel those old nagging survival needs scratching at your thoughts. Food, water, shelter. Funeral? I'm gonna assume there's no supplies in the market. Of course not. Oh, a warrior's beret. Move through allies never deflected, plus 50% crit chance, plus 2 aggro, plus 2 all talent. Sure. Why the hell not? Hopefully there's something I can do to prolong this. Hopefully. Max rank, there we go. Living legend. I have no idea if I'm going to have any fights, but I suppose I might as well just do this. I can't do it. First 2 points. Back on. Can get that. And might as well. Or just the 10. This is where I find out that I could actually use all of that renown to get me more, buy me more time. And I will be very unhappy. Right, okay. Oh, yeah. So it's time for Odd's funeral, it looks like. They came from all parts of Arberrang carrying their dead. An enormous longship, King won't be needing it anymore, was hoisted up to the Black Rock Plateau. Never mind the hassle, was the tradition. Ranged within the longship, many hundreds of bodies rest, ready for the afterlife, ready for peace amongst the stars. Struggles are over. Hear all this from the orator, clearing the last rites, preparing to set the longship ablaze. Oddleif looks at peace amongst them as one of many. Such a thing is heartbreaking. I wonder if sacrificing herself to protect you was part of her plan all along. Grieve heavily, but refused to cry. Don't you tell me what I do. Fires are lit, and special bundles laid along the ship's edge tint the flames in different colours. Gleaming rainbow rising toward the sky and a bridge for brave souls. Imagine the ship drifting out to sea as the fire burns low. Solemn audience begins to pile stones and soil atop to form the traditional tumulus. Speech to the caravan. To those who knew and believed in your banner, you raise it high. Exact words drift from your thoughts as soon as they're said. The rest of the caravan graciously cheers the ending. Gods would weep if we did not outlive them. We outlive them still. Now it is we who speak for the dead, their names and their deeds. Gods be damned, they will not be forgotten. Leo puts his hand on your shoulder. His eyes are red, some combination of drinking and grieving. There's a smile on his lips. Only imagine how hard all this must be for you. Didn't know Oddleif like you did. It hurts my heart that she's left us. Still, I can't stay sad. When I look, I don't see the dead. I see all those who lived on, instead. Leo stands quietly beside you, deep in thought. Can't help yourself from rhyming, can you? Leo looks slightly embarrassed, as if you caught him indulging in a vice. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't come off as disrespectful with what I said. I have a hard time putting it to bed. When I was a boy, my grandmother was a famous seer in our small town. I was in awe of her. She claimed the gods never died, but they still spoke through her. Others would come from far away to hear their fate or feel close to them. Sometimes I would listen through the wall to the amazing things she told these people, even though it was forbidden. She knew. Before she died, she told me a secret. She said she made it all up. I got upset. I called her a fraud. She explained that just because she made it up doesn't mean it wasn't real. The stories we tell are just as real as all the things we see and feel, she said. Then she died. I remembered those last words clear as a bell. I began to make up stories of my own. Eventually, it became hard not to see the world as a story. And you're always writing one in your head. When I felt afraid or upset as a child, help to imagine myself as someone else reading my story, like the gods were looking down and seeing that I can create things as well. Anyway, sorry about all the rhymes. I'll try to keep them to more appropriate moments. Guess it's time we moved on. I suppose we must. The menders shouldn't be left alone in the walls. There's already a murmur spreading through the clans of not enough food to go around. Sometimes it feels like too much. The true hero comes reluctantly. Though we move on now with shuffling feet, our hearts will forever be incomplete.